Part 1, Opening and the Strange Habit. Hello, and welcome back to Easy English Stories, where we help you learn English through simple, emotional, and powerful stories. Today's story is called The Boy Who Packed His Bag Every Night. It is a story about a quiet boy, a curious classmate, and a truth that many people don't see. This story will help you learn new English words, phrases, and expressions, while also touching your heart. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the story. At the end, we will review vocabulary and grammar points together. Are you ready? Let's begin. Narration begins. Story Part 1. The Habit. Every evening, after brushing his teeth and before going to sleep, Leo did something strange. He packed his small blue backpack. Inside the bag, he always placed a water bottle, a notebook, one pair of socks, a tiny flashlight, and his favorite photo. It was a photo of Leo and his mother, taken on a sunny day in front of a red house. They both looked happy, but that house was gone now. After packing his bag, Leo would place it next to his bed. Then he would lie down quietly, eyes open, staring at the ceiling. Every night, he did the same. Pack, zip, sleep. His classmates at school never noticed anything strange. Leo was quiet, polite, and always on time. He smiled when someone said hi. He did his homework, but he never talked much. One day, during lunch break, a classmate named Emma asked him, "Hey Leo, why do you always carry your backpack after school? Don't you leave your books in your locker?" Leo looked at her for a moment. He gave a small smile and said, "I like to be ready." Emma laughed a little. "Ready for what?" Leo looked down at his sandwich and said nothing. That night, Emma thought about Leo's words. She found them strange, but also sad. What did he mean? Ready for what? Over the next few days, Emma paid more attention. Leo always sat in the same seat. He always watched the door during class. He never brought lunch, just a simple sandwich and an apple. Emma started to wonder. Was Leo okay? Did he live alone? Why did he look so tired? She didn't ask him yet. But in her notebook, she wrote, "Leo always packs his bag before sleeping. He says he likes to be ready. What is he getting ready for?" Part 2. A Friend Asks Questions. Narration. Story Part 2. Curiosity and Connection. The next morning at school, Emma made a decision. She walked over to Leo before class and said, "Hi Leo, want to eat lunch with me today?" Leo looked surprised. He blinked once, then nodded. Sure. That afternoon, they sat together under a tree in the schoolyard. Emma had a lunchbox with rice and vegetables. Leo had his usual sandwich and apple. They ate in silence for a minute. Then Emma said, "So, do you like school?" Leo shrugged. "It's okay. What do you like most?" He thought for a moment. "Reading. And maps." "Maps?" she asked. Leo nodded. "I like to know where I am. And where I can go." Emma smiled. "That's cool. Do you want to travel one day?" Leo gave a small laugh. It was the first time Emma heard him laugh. "I travel a lot already," he said quietly. Emma looked confused. "Really?" Leo didn't say more. He took a bite of his apple and looked up at the sky. The next day, Emma brought an old map from her house. "Here, you can keep it," she said. "It's a map of the world." Leo's eyes lit up. He unfolded it carefully. "Thank you," he whispered. "Where do you want to go first?" Emma asked. Leo pointed to a small island. "Somewhere quiet." They both laughed. Emma noticed something that day. Leo looked different when he smiled. Less tired. More alive. She wanted to ask him more. About his home. About why he always packed his bag. But she didn't want to push too hard. So she waited. One rainy afternoon, the school had indoor lunch. Students sat in the library, the hallway, or by the windows. Emma and Leo sat by the bookshelf. "Leo," she said softly, "why do you always carry your bag?" Leo looked down. He touched the zipper of his backpack. He didn't answer right away. Then, in a quiet voice, he said, "Because sometimes I have to leave fast." Emma looked at him, surprised. "Leave where?" Leo looked out the window. "Wherever I'm staying." Emma waited. She didn't speak. Leo took a deep breath. "I don't live in one place. I stay in different houses. Sometimes for 1 week. Sometimes for 1 month." Emma's eyes widened. "Why?" Leo hesitated. "I don't have a real home. Not right now." Leo told her the truth. He lived in foster care. His mom had passed away 2 years ago. Since then, he had moved from one family to another. Some homes were kind. Some were not. Every night, he packed his bag, just in case. "Sometimes, someone knocks on the door at night," he said. "And I have to go." Emma felt her throat tighten. That's why you're always ready. Leo nodded. It makes me feel safe. Emma didn't know what to say, so she just sat there beside him. And after a moment, she quietly placed her hand next to his. From that day, Emma and Leo became close friends. They ate together, talked about books, drew maps, and for the first time in a long time, Leo felt seen. Not as the quiet boy or the foster kid, but just as Leo. Part 3. The Truth and the Healing. Narration. Story Part 3. Change begins. Weeks passed. The weather grew colder. Leo still packed his bag every night. But now, something was different. He smiled more in class. He raised his hand to answer questions. Sometimes, he even made small jokes. Emma noticed the change. One day, during art class, Leo drew a small house with a big tree. It had a swing and yellow curtains. "Is that your dream house?" Emma asked. Leo nodded. "With a dog. And books. Lots of books." Emma smiled. "And a big map on the wall." Leo laughed. "Of course." One Friday, the school announced a class trip to the Science Museum. Everyone cheered, except Leo. He looked nervous. Emma leaned over. "It'll be fun," she said. "You can sit next to me on the bus." Leo looked unsure. "I don't know if I can go." "Why not?" Leo lowered his voice. "Sometimes, my foster parents forget to sign the form. Or they say no. They don't like trips." Emma was quiet for a moment. "Do you want me to talk to the teacher?" Leo hesitated. "Maybe." That afternoon, Emma spoke to Ms. Davis, their homeroom teacher. "Leo really wants to go. Can you help him?" Ms. Davis smiled warmly. "Yes. I'll call his foster family." A few days later, Leo stood at the school gate with his backpack. This time, it wasn't packed in fear. It was packed in excitement. "I can go," he told Emma. They said yes. Emma gave him a high five. "Told you." On the bus, Leo looked out the window with wide eyes. At the museum, he asked questions. He touched the space exhibits. He even joined the group photo, right in the middle. Emma took a picture with her phone. "You're smiling like crazy." Leo grinned. "I feel normal." "You are normal," she said. "You're just you." That night, Leo didn't pack his bag. He placed it in the closet for the first time. He lay on his bed and looked up at the ceiling. His heart beat calmly. Maybe, he thought, just maybe, he could start dreaming again. A week later, Ms. Davis gave the class a writing assignment. Write a letter to your future self. Tell them what you want, who you hope to become. Leo stared at the blank page for a long time. Then he wrote, "Dear future me, you are brave, you are kind, and you are strong, even when you feel small. You used to pack your bag every night because you were afraid. Now, you pack it only when you want to explore. I hope you have a house with yellow curtains and a dog. I hope you still love maps. And I hope you never forget Emma. She helped you remember that people can be safe, too. Love, Leo." And from that day forward, Leo didn't feel like he had to run anymore. He still had to move houses sometimes. But he no longer packed with fear. He packed with hope. Part 4. Story Recap and Lessons. Open Book Story Recap. Today, you heard the story of Leo, a quiet boy who packed his backpack every night before going to sleep. At first, no one understood why. But his classmate Emma was curious and kind. She asked questions. She listened. Leo slowly shared his story. He lived in foster care. He had no permanent home. That's why he always packed, in case he had to leave suddenly. But with Emma's friendship, something changed. He smiled more. He joined a school trip. He felt safe enough to dream again. At the end, he wrote a letter to his future self. A letter full of courage, hope, and new beginnings. Lightbulb, what can we learn? This story is not just about Leo. It's about kindness. About asking, "Are you okay?" About listening before judging. Everyone carries something invisible. Sometimes, a small act, like sitting beside someone, can change their whole day or their whole life. And for Leo, that act of kindness helped him go from packing with fear to packing with hope. Direct hit English learning point. Through this story, you practiced simple past tense, everyday vocabulary, talking about emotions, expressing habits and changes. Don't worry if you didn't understand everything the first time. You can always watch again, repeat sentences, and learn at your own pace. In the next section, we'll review key vocabulary, grammar, and useful phrases from today's story. Are you ready? Let's go. Vocabulary drill, call and response style. Let's practice together. I say it first, then you repeat. Word 1. I say backpack. You say backpack. I say a bag you carry on your back. You say a bag you carry on your back. Word 2. I say pack. You say pack. I say, to put things into a bag. You say, to put things into a bag. Word 3. I say flashlight. You say flashlight. I say, a small light you can hold. You say, a small light you can hold. Word 4. I say, foster care. You say, foster care. I say, a home for kids without parents. You say, a home for kids without parents. Word 5. I say move. You say move. I say, to go to a new place. You say, to go to a new place. Word 6. I say curtains. You say curtains. I say, cloth that covers windows. You say, cloth that covers windows. Word 7. I say hope. You say hope. I say, a good feeling about the future. You say, a good feeling about the future. Word 8. I say, kindness. You say, kindness. I say, being nice to others. You say, being nice to others. Word 9. I say dream. You say dream. I say, something you want in the future. You say, something you want in the future. Word 10. I say safe. You say, safe. I say, not in danger. You say, not in danger. Well done. You did amazing. Let's keep learning more words next time. You're building your English, word by word. Thank you for learning with us today. We hope this story helped you grow your English and your heart. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with a friend. And remember, every word you learn is one step closer to confidence. See you in the next story.